Welcome to Cat the Minion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be a week overview for April 25th through May 1st. Yeah. So I haven't looked at the planetary placements for April, but either sometime in this week or like right before it, there should be a full moon in Scorpio. Alright, so that energy is present. We have May 1st, which I believe is Beltane, if I'm not correct. If I'm if I'm not entirely mistaken, I believe that's Beltane. I think that's it. Oh yeah, I'm using the elemental hexagons. I'm using the mini Rider-Waite. If you haven't seen my deck review playlist, until I go through the decks that I've got, which would take like a good 6 months at least. I've got a new playlist of deck reviews, so I started with the mini Rider-Waite, and there's going to be a few more till I run out. So I've got the Thoth deck. I have trimmed mine, so it doesn't have a white border. So I'm using those 3 decks, and then if you didn't notice, each day has a timestamp in the description underneath. So if you want to skip around, you can do that. Although for when I do the weekly overview, it does tend to have a flow. But if you want to hop around, I am doing the timestampage. All right, so let's look at the 25th. Makes me think of Christmas. Sunday. Masculine/sun energy. Right. 9 of Swords inverted. Waking up out of that nightmare. So 9 of Swords inverted. A half nightmare turning into a half dream. Essentially, for me, the 9 of Swords is kind of teeter-totter with the 9 of Cups. So to me, this is like saying, oh, it's the 9 of Cups. I'm having emotional contentment. But here again, it's sort of like that nightmare that I keep having all the time is ending. And we're saying specifically this energy of Aries, no, Mars in Gemini. There we go. Inverted. Mars in Gemini. Queen of Swords. So we have more swords. Point. I'm just seeing immediately if I take the 9 away from this, if I subtract the inverted card, it gives me 4. But the Queen of... because if I take the 9 from the 13, it gives me 4. But if you add or subtract the 9 to a number, it comes back anyway. So Queen is a 1 or a 13. Queen of Swords. Virgo and Libra energy. Interesting. As if this can be a low vibration of the Hermit, which is also Virgo. Could also be Virgo energy. I mean, the Queen of Swords indicates arriving at this sort of creative and psychic place of being able to untangle thoughts and different situations to examine the evidence. But it's not like I went through a series of linear steps. It's like I had a eureka moment and suddenly realized these 8 different pieces went together. And now I've been able to resolve this situation in a way where it's not causing me to lose sleep at night. Let's look at this hexagon. So we have carbon, the backbone of life, related to the Lover's card. Ooh. This came in kind of like that. I don't know if I want to take it as an inversion. Carbon. carbon copies in the office. Okay. I am seeing this as sort of like a court case kind of thing happening. And to me, it's sort of like when the opposite side, the defense or the prosecution, they have to give the other side copies of their files. It's like, give me the carbon copies. Because the Lovers can also be a choice. It can be a decision. Right, the Queen here is a low vibration of justice, right? So it's like we're in a lower court, and there's a decision that has to be made. But again, this Nine of Swords inverted indicates that there's a clarity and an ending to a nightmare. Oh, I see. It says that this is the name of the pharaoh in life, and it has to do with the way that the cards are separated out. But I'm seeing that word life there, and I'm seeing that it's like someone is facing life in prison, but the evidence suggests that they're not guilty. That's really specific, more so than what I usually get with the cards. I'm also noticing that both of these are black. And it's actually not that common to have black on cards. Alright, so that's the Sun energy, and Sun is illumination. 6 can also be healing. The Lovers. Okay, weird. Let's look at Tuesday, the Moon energy. 26 breaking down to 8. Page of Cups inverted. Moon can be water energy. Alright, so I have assigned the Page of Cups Neptunian energy. So very watery. There's an idea, there's an aspect of some of my emotions I've suppressed into my subconscious. I don't want to feel something. Now I have the Lovers inverted. Right, I refused to heal or to make a decision. Here it would be I've refused to heal, and I have been unable to, I've either chosen to or been unable to heal an emotional wounding. And because the Lovers is coming in, I mean, it could have to do with a relationship, but it's because I don't usually say, oh, it's a major arcana, it's a big deal. But because it's coming in with this Page of Cups inverted, to me, I'm seeing a deep emotional wounding, possibly from the parents, because I see kids and I see the parents here. Possibly from parents, resulting in repression of emotional content. So we have Silver 47, more Moon energy. So this is related to the Moon, and we already have the Moon energy here. Periodic table royal metals. Okay. This looks like, this is giving me this idea of like an Oscar statue. It's like I'm presenting as polished and glittery, but my emotions are secret. I see 4 and 7 here, 47 breaking down to 11. There's an aspect of universal timing or of masculine and feminine energy coming together. And if I look at this is the Moon Goddess, Isis here. She's kind of looking that way, and this Page of Cups inverted is kind of looking that way. It's like, it's a little bit like I never learned how to communicate with the opposite polarity energy of like masculine or feminine. Everybody has both. If you're dealing with somebody, usually one person has more, right? It's like in my parents, one parent is the masculine, one is the feminine, regardless of physical presentation or gender or whatever, right? When somebody grew up with two moms, one has more masculine energy than the other. And or they grew up with two dads, or maybe neither, and that's part of the problem. But anyway, the communication of masculine energy to feminine energy, creating a deep emotional wounding, and I really feel like this is based on some kind of parenting, what you've seen growing up. Unable to communicate with your polarity counterpart, suppression of emotions, even though there's this sort of glossy exterior. So this is something that's going to be coming up on the 26th. And I think I guarantee you this energy has to do with that full moon in Scorpio. Whether it's on the 26th or not doesn't matter. It's in the ballpark, and it's coming up on Monday, the day of the moon, with the moon goddess saying, look at the moon. Scorpionic energy has to deal with going deeper. All right. So looking at Tuesday, the 27th, all of the days that start with 20 tend to me to have a background energy, possibly of the High Priestess. Traditionally moon energy, but for me more Piscean energy. So every time we go through a month and we have those 10 days in the 20s, it's this idea of there's a potential that this kind of psychic and subconscious connection is going to be popping up for review. Even if it's not subconscious, there's still this idea of things that are hidden away because of that potential moon energy. But we have a possible 9 here, which would be Hermit energy, and then 7, which would be the Chariot. It's like I'm something. It's like my subconscious dream monster is writhing around. And then we also have this Aries energy. Mars. This is Marty, Tuesday. Speaking of the subconscious, we have the Sleepy Time card. This is a low vibration of the Hanged Man for me. So the 4 of Swords, right? The day after the battle, we have like a dead figure here. It's really a carved figure on a sarcophagus, but the idea is that the knight is recuperating after an intense battle. We have the Sword of Truth here and the 3 swords of stabbiness. The stained glass window is typically thought to be the 6 of Cups, sort of reminiscing on the past. It's like I'm imagining pleasant nonsense while I rest. But here it's like it's time to get up. Right, sort of the alarm clock dingeth. This, however, instead of having distinctly Piscean energy of the Hanged Man, and again being it's kind of like a low vibration of a knight too, right? I'm often kicking, but I'm not in the court yet. I'm not even a page. I'm just a dude out here trying to do my best, like a Minuteman or something. 4 of Swords, traditionally Jupiter in Libra, although I reassigned it Piscean, Neptunian Piscean energy in Libra. Inverted, though, again, it's this idea of it's sort of like I'm waking up, I gotta go set something straight. Ace of Swords inverted. Okay, again, I just said I gotta go set something straight, right? The truth, there's a distortion in the facts that I gotta wake up and go get somebody to smell the coffee. So we have nickel, the cost of living. So this is part of a section called Metaphysical World, and it's called Void. There's a buffalo nickel here, old-timey. Notice that this is 28. It's like we're looking forward towards tomorrow, but we're looking at something that's actually quite old here. I think it's like 100 and something years since they made buffalo nickels. I'm being drawn to this E pluribus unum here out of many one. This Ace of Swords looks like the sword in the stone. Like you have to pull it out. I want to clarify the Ace of Swords inverted. The Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles inverted. Now this Ten of Pentacles inverted is coming in on this nickel that says the cost of living 10, and this breaks down to 10. I need to set something straight because what I feel in my heart isn't what's being broadcast. And it's like I'm facing some kind of persecution by going against some kind of false narrative. Like this might cost me, but I have to set it straight. Okay, I like that. I'm satisfied with that portion. Alright, so we'll go on to Wednesday, Mercurial energy. When I was bringing this in, I said Mercurial. My brain wanted to say Mercutio. I was thinking about the Baz Luhrmann, Romeo and Juliet. They had that guy Mercutio that was so hot. I don't even know what that guy's name is. I should find out what else he's been in because he was fucking hot. Oh yeah, as if I was doing the reading. 28, which can break down to 10, Mercurial energy. There's a duality going on here. I wouldn't be surprised to see some Gemini energy pop up. So 8, and then we have the 8 of Pentacles. Waking on it. The Sun in Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. The Fool. Uranus energy, so Aquarius. This green Fool in here always makes me think of Taurian energy. But, as it happens, Uranus is in Taurus for a while. Alright, so then we have Scandium 21, Future Technology, Physical World Structure. Interesting. 21 is the world. So we have the Alpha and the Omega, and then we have this 8, which is an infinity number coming in the middle. Now 8 is strength, but we have a low vibration here because we're in the minor arcana. I think I want to clarify the 8 of Pentacles a little bit because I want to get a bridge between the future and this the Fool inverted. What the crap? It's like you can't have it both ways. Clarify. It's like enhance. Enhance. Okay, so we have a challenge. The King of Wands. Okay. King of Wands, Cancer and Leo energy. Cancer and Leo energy. Alright, let me think about this for a minute. When it says the physical world in the structure, this is the physical world, the Eight of Pentacles. I'm slapping away. I'm manifesting something through hard work. But what's happening is future technology. But the future technology is based on consciousness. And it's sort of what's blocking or what's causing such like tedium to get into future technology where it's more consciousness activated through the whole world in manifestation in reality is I'm seeing this King of Wands as kind of the powers that be. This is like none shall pass, creating extra work because it's like, no, I'm comfortable, like I'm kind of married to the old ways. Right, because the King of Wands is the way that it popped out is sort of facing downwards. Like this it's like this leap is gonna take too much energy. But it's like, dude, I already did most of the work. What are you talking about? It's going to take too much energy. It's like in the core, in the gut, in their gut feeling, it's like there's a movement going on in society, but there's some aspect of, it's like, it's like whoever's in control of the power source, like the energy grid, is like, nah. But it's like it's there and it's coming. And it has to do with resonant patterns. I mean, it might look like there's some major companies that are working on future technology, but they still want it to be based in the material world. There isn't, there's no consciousness aspect to it. It's like, yeah, look at these shiny things here. Nothing to see here, folks. It's the same old, but it's like there's people that are working on manifesting where the work won't be as like wasteful, but there's this aspect of, no, we're not doing that. So we see there's this sort of it's kind of like a battle of wills, but the world there's a tipping point, right? This Fool upright is now much larger than the Fool inverted. There's a shift where the consciousness is starting to tip towards having resonant technology instead of the status quo. Okay, so let's look at Thursday, the 29th. So we get an 11 here, potentially. Seven of Pentacles inverted. Usually when I see this, I'm like, impatience, potentially growing in soil that's not so great. These plants do not like this particular light and dirt situation. Or again, just, why is this taking so goddamn long? Is that Taurus? Saturn and Taurus. I'm almost remembering that one. Okay, so Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus right now, which rules Aquarius. And then Jupiter and Saturn are both in Aquarius right now. At least they should be, because they're big planets. They stay for a while. Princess of Wands. Buttery tiger here. 1 or 11. So there's 11 again. 7-11. Open 24/7. Princess of Wands. That's a page which I've assigned. There. I have assigned Uranus energy. That was a fire. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. I'm tired. I need to eat soon. So we have 40, zirconium, self-deception, and its ornament in the physical world. Okay, so I see possibly a time element. This to me is looking, it's giving me that one night stand energy that a page of wands sometimes gives me. It's like, and I was thinking, I had this scene from Greece going around in my head where they're up at the slumber party and Sandy's getting her ear pierced and she's puking and all that, and Rizzo shimmies down the drain pipe and she's like, I'm gonna go get my kicks while I'm still young enough to get them. And this is the energy that I'm getting here. It's like, man, this was a wild party. You know, and it's like, I'm so bored. Why is everything I want taking so long? Like, screw this. I'm out. But here, it's zirconium is self-deception. You know, it's like, maybe this might be more glittery, but you're missing out on something. So I have 4 here. But notice that if I add the 4 to the 7, that's 11 again. There's this aspect of universal timing, maybe taking longer than you think, but we had the Saturnian energy here. Saturn is Chronos, the time master. And we have a 0 here, which could also be the Fool again, which popped up very strongly on the previous day. I do think I want to clarify. So let me clarify this Princess of Wands. One of those things where I start yawning and I can't stop. Okay, so the Queen of Cups inverted and Abundance, which is the 3 of Cups inverted. Okay, so this can, especially with Abundance on here, it can be a low vibration of the Empress. Although 3 of Cups usually seem to be that way anyway. But it's the party all the time card. But here it's saying you might want to take that party down a little bit. As like, if you keep going for what's shiny, you're going to tweak yourself emotionally. And you're going to end up having to go through this 13 death cycle, right? It's like a harder transition if you just want to hang out and partay. Because if I add all these cups, that's 16 cups. That's a tower moment. It's like a crash and burn because you couldn't wait for something more stable. Like, you didn't want to anchor yourself you didn't want to ground, okay? Right? You're trying to plant your energy in this flashbang, shiny, quick party atmosphere. So what's going on here is like, I'm not going to take the time to I don't have time for sitting around, chanting to myself and working on my feelings. Screw that. I'm going to go out and have a time. But it's creating, the universe is saying, like, you done partied enough and you're only going to cause more trouble for yourself. Lack of impatience and lack of willingness to ground because everything else that's not emotional work is shinier, right? I'm not gonna work through my shadow issues. I'm not gonna heal my inner child. I'm gonna go out and get drunk. I'm gonna go buy jewels, and I'm gonna go get high. I'm gonna have sexy times and get it's like just luxuriating and partying and stuff like that. It's like anything to avoid the emotional work. Here the universe is like, time's up. No more. You done did it. Oh, and there's another grease. It's the you better shape up. 'Cause I need a man. Yeah. The universe is taking your keys here, apparently. So we have Venus energy on the 30th. So this is the last day of April. And we end with this Empress and New Beginning energy. It's sort of coming off of the 29th. It's like time to walk through the gateway and sort of mature. All right. So I'm just checking my time on my camera. 10 of Swords. There's 3 completions, and here's another one. Overkill. The Sun in Gemini. There's the Gemini energy I was expecting for Wednesday popping up on Vendredi. 7 of Wands. So this is called Valor in this deck. Mars in Leo. Although I have reassigned it Plutonic energy, which might be coming up because Death and Pluto are kind of hand in hand. 17, though, that's the star. So we have 5 Boron. Order and Chaos, Coincidence. Here it's 10, the Wheel of Fortune. But it's coming in at 5 is like half that. So there's this idea that there's a shift or a pivot in order to complete something. 5 and 7 is 12. So we have periodic table semi-metals. But this is like I'm doing stuff the old way. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. The definition of insanity. And usually the 7 of Wands is like defending your position. Standing up for what you believe in. So why are we standing up for what we believe in if we just keep doing the same thing over and over again and stabbing ourselves in the foot? Did you step on a rake? I'm going to use these to clarify. Clarify what the bridge is between these. Palladium, 46, another 10. So we have Mott and Sekhmet, Royal Metals. So for me, Sekhmet represents the Strength card, because I see her as the lion and the maiden that's usually on the lion card together. And I don't remember what Mott does. Another card. Osmium, Endurance, Strength. 76, breaking down to 13. Man, I don't think I've gotten that one before with the pyramid on it. Strontium, Luminescent Self, the physical world, the body. 38, breaking down to 11. Okay, so I have 11, I have 10, and I have 13. Universal timing, completion, and transformation. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. This is kind of related to, I mean, this is coming off the 29th. It's like 29th is this, oh my God. The 29th was this idea of I'm avoiding doing shadow work because I'm out partying. And there was an earlier thing from the 25th. Is it Sunday? Oh, no, it happened, well, the 25th was sort of like a court case thing. Like, all the things connecting to make the truth finally, like, coming together. I guess it was the 27th. Yeah, the 27th was I'm going to go set things right even if it costs me. This idea of like breaking through the status quo, right? This is like I've been doing what society tells me to do, and I keep doing the same thing over and over again, and every time it fucks me up. I'm not going to do it the old way anymore. I'm going to shift from there. And the way to do it is to gain this like inner strength to listen to my higher self, to be able to it's sort of like I don't have to endure this anymore, but I might come under a different kind of persecution for saying, this is stupid, I'm not going to do this societal programming anymore. And at that point, this 7 is now I'm standing up for what I believe in. It's valor, right? It's bravery. Like, it takes a lot to stand apart from a crowd. If everyone's saying, oh, haha, or you, like, we all think you're a piece of crap, you're weird, we don't want you. It's like I'm soaking up the strength to let myself grow into a different direction and to maintain that course. I've completed what I need to with this energy level and I'm going somewhere else. Okay, so let's look at Saturday. So May 1st, the new month. Now what's interesting is that Saturn rules the World card, which is 21, and it's sort of like the ending and the beginning kind of merging together. So I do have a double here, so let's look at these first. The Chariot, inverted. Not moving. The moon energy inverted, could be sun energy, but we're dealing specifically with the number 7. And then we have 2, change, the 2 of Pentacles, and that's Jupiter in Capricorn. Okay, so Jupiter and Saturn both in Aquarius, with an illumination about lack of movement. I mean, the 2 is usually I'm hopping from one thing to another. I can't make a decision, right? I've been stuck, but it says change here. If I subtract these, I get -5, which is a change. 5 is a shift or a pivot. And I'm seeing that there's something distinct happening with this idea of shifting from an end to a beginning. It's like I'm dropping through a portal. There's a different timeline being. It's like we're moving to another timeline before we. Therefore, it's like I'm not moving forward in time, right? Chariot's not moving forward; it's moving laterally. Interesting. Okay, let's look at this challenge card. The 6 of Swords in a challenge position. Row, row, row your boat sideways down the stream. Okay, so usually sailing away from the bullshit. But again, I get this idea of I'm not moving away, I'm moving laterally. Where are we going? Going downtown. Six of Swords is Mercury in Aquarius. It's like a consciousness shift. Crown activation. Okay. Gold. Sun energy. 79. Breaking down to 16, which is the Tower. Breaking back down to 7, the Chariot. Osiris and Ra. So in the tarot, this relates to the Sun, which would normally be 19. Okay. I'm going to clarify these center cards here. Clarify. Death and the Chariot inverted again. I said a consciousness shift, and this is talking about an internal transformation. Where are we going? We're like getting losers. We're going to Narnia. It's the magic school bus inside the earth. We're going into the solar center, the solar chakra. It's like I'm getting stirring the pot. It's like alchemical transformation, turning lead into gold, which is essentially I'm achieving higher consciousness. So not only is there a timeline shift, but it's coming through as the solar chakra opening up to that higher soul calling and purpose. All right. So that's a heavy week. I feel like that's unique, really, to week overview readings that I've done before. Really interesting. And I feel like I say things are interesting a lot. I watch some of my readings back and I'm like, shut up. If I was doing a drinking game, I would be dead by now. Alright, so if you want to get a personal reading, where hopefully I won't say everything is interesting every 2 seconds, here we go. You can look in the description box underneath this. I'm not sure if that is. Try to focus that a little better. I guess that's alright. In the description box underneath here, there's a list of readings that I offer and how much they cost. The cheapest reading is $9. It's called Help Me, I Can't Afford a Reading. It's 6 cards, and then I have more complex readings that range in price from more like $30 to about $100. And then you can add charms to any reading for $7. So if you'd like to get a reading, you can do that. You can follow me on social media, and you can donate, energy exchange, hit that tip jar. That's PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. But if you want to donate, but you want to have something in return, I got coloring books, a dark poetry book over there in the Kindle Direct Publishing there on Amazon. I've got merch and prints and actual art items. A lot of my stuff is going to be psychedelic, like this guy over here, my logo. I got some of these floating around over there. I've got my chapbook packs, which is like a synchronicity stimulus packet. Those are going to be on Etsy, so you can check those out. Everything's through the link tree, linktr.ee/cattheminion. All of these are Cat the Minion, and then these are unique. The cat came back on Twitter. My email is thecatcameback@camp@gmail. And then for Etsy, I've got a coupon code here, so you get 17% off if you use that coupon code 3*17 when you buy 3 or more items. That's a way to kind of reduce the price if you get multiple chapbook packs. Or if you buy, 3 other items, like a couple of drawings in a chapbook pack, or a couple of leftover Barbie pieces that I've got and a drawing, then you can use that code and you can get a discount. Some of the merch and prints, I'm donating a percentage to charity, so check that out. And if you go through the link tree, that coupon code should pop in at the top. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.